Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, Fly Man ran.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building, we back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything down to the wire 513. Yo, down to the wire 513 Sports and Spirits Friday.
Back in the building. 2 weeks in a row, man.
I'm breaking the streak.
Friday,
I'm breaking the streak. You know, the past almost 2 months I ain't had a spirit on a Friday. I'm breaking the streak there. I finally
pop the top on the can.
This is
Cheers,
nice little seltzer, so you know.
Yeah, I got a nice little hard cider. I don't really do the beers for real, man. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, man, what's going on, people?
How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling?
It's Friday, brother. How you feeling?
Hey, blessed Black Holly favorite. It's the weekend.
Hey, it is, man. I got a 4-day weekend too. I'm feeling real good. I was out today trying to get some shopping done. Did a little bit, I guess, you know.
Yeah, man. We about 8 days away from Christmas, boy.
It's getting there, man. It's getting there. So, you know, if you haven't done all your shopping yet, make sure we was talking off air. Make sure if you do anything online, you better make sure you get that shit ordered like today, tomorrow.
Night.
Yeah, like ASAP because you don't want to risk not getting here in time. But you know, these days, it's really that big a deal. You can just like, hey, I got you. This is coming, but it's gonna be fire when you get here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my pops told me, man, Christmas is every day. So, but if you one of them that you want them to have a gift on Christmas, then yeah, you might want to go ahead and get it in now.
You don't need to. I ain't one of those. I'm kind of like, hey, if you tell me it's coming, I'm like, hey, it's cool. I ain't really tripping over it for real. But hey, I don't want people like to have gifts ready for people though. So I get it. I get it.
Down to the wire 513. Spirit already talking already. 513.
He had one sip of the spirit. He got him already turned over here, man. It's been a long time, huh? See? He had one sip of the spirit. He's got my boy tongue twisted over here. But
make sure y'all tap in with us. Everything down to the wire 513. Google is the easiest way to find us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're actually going to start off with something a little bit different on this Sports and Spirits Friday. You know, it's called Sports and Spirits Friday because we're usually talking sports, but this first topic, non-sports related. First couple of topics, non-sports related. So we're trying to dive off into something else on these. Give Sports Spirits Friday a little something different, basically.
You got to dabble in some other topics too, you know, little pop culture topics as well. It's going crazy on Twitter right now with other topics right now. So we had to dive in, of course. You look at us, you know, we tell we don't black Twitter for sure. So, you know, we see all these retweets and we see all the comments, we see all the conversation going on with, of course, Gunna.
Oh man. Sergio.
Gunna is home. So congrats, man. Shout out to Gunna for coming home after 8-9 months in jail. Or I don't know where he was. I don't know if it was jail or wherever he was at, but locked up for 8-9 months since I think it was March, May. I want to say May. He turned himself in for RICO charge, you know, YSL RICO case with Young Thug and 28 some other defendants. He is a free man as of yesterday, 2 days ago. He's home. Got a plea deal. I think it was 5 years, 4 of those years suspended, and 1 of those years time served that he did those 8-9 months in jail that he already did. So he's a free man as of Wednesday.
Shout out to his lawyer.
Same lawyer that got T.I. that you know, great plea deal on his gun charge he got, having all those switches and all those guns he had when he got caught up back in the early 2000s or, you know, mid 2000s. Mm-hmm. Same lawyer. Gunna is free. The plea deal sounds crazy though, bro. Sounds ridiculous. When I first read it, I was like, I don't know if this is real. All this is true or not. Let me wait till I, you know, see some more credible sources coming out with, or more. I don't care who says. I want to see some evidence of this shit. Mm-hmm. Seeing that video of him in the courtroom, and I don't know who's reading off. With that Fannie Lewis reading it off.
Yeah. Yep.
Or Fannie, whatever her last name. I don't know Fannie Lewis or Fannie, whatever the DA's name is. That young woman read off the plea deal and all the statements that he had to agree to. He basically agreed. He basically admitted to YSL being, or he confirmed to YSL being a gang in his statement. confirmed during the traffic stop with Young Thug when it was him and Young Thug in the car. That she said it was you and Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug legal name, in the car. You saying those guns were not yours. It was only you and Jeffrey Williams in the car. And he said, "Yes, ma'am." His lawyer put out a statement saying Gunna did not tell, he did not cooperate. The statement cannot be used against anybody else on this case. So hey, until we get more information on how they're going to use this plea deal against, if they can use it against anybody else, and include Young Thug, I guess we can't really say, but it ain't sounding too good right now, brother.
It sounds crazy, man. Like I said, we're just watching that video, and that's how they really. And we talked about it off air a little bit. Like that's how they get you in court, bro. Like that, like the way like she worded it, like she asked the questions, and they only told him you could say yes or no, but. Man, like like you said, like we said, the biggest one is the stuff in the car when it was just only you and Thug. Like that's the biggest one.
And she made it like definite. It was only you and Jeffrey Williams in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And you saying these guns, drugs was not yours, right? And you say yes, ma'am.
Right.
So I mean, people saying he ain't telling. Some people are, man, a lot of people saying he snitched. Some people saying he's not telling. I'm not in the streets, so I don't know what else you would call that. If you Young Thug, how would you feel if you Young Thug and you see that or you hear that? That's how it went down. Unless Young Thug like, yeah, go ahead and say that. Like, yeah, that was mine. I'm a man of my shit. Go ahead and say that, bro. I don't know how you cannot look at him like, yo, this is crazy.
That's why I had to think. Like, I mean, obviously Gunna and Thug, like, they probably not talking to each other, but they lawyers probably talking.
Yeah, the lawyers got to be in cahoots somehow. Hopefully.
So like, ain't no way, like I said, if you Gunna, you can, like I said, accept all that without Thug knowing. Because now, like, Thug's still locked up behind bars.
And they gave Thug 2 more charges, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they pile it up more on Thug. So it looks like they're gonna try to use what Gunna said against to use it to help strengthen their case against Young Thug, which, according to Gunna's lawyer, they can't do that. Gunna said he doesn't plan to testify on any kind of trials, which I don't think Young Thug's gonna take his trial. If he does, he's toast.
Boy.
Hopefully he gets a deal similar to what Gunna got, because this deal, I think, if they was trying to paint Gunna as this number 2 in line guy calling the shots. If he's number 2 in line, you don't give a number 2 in line this kind of deal.
Not at all.
First and foremost. When I first saw that, I was like, if he was so dangerous, why is he getting 4 years? Is he getting 5 years altogether and 4 years suspended? If he's so dangerous, how's he getting this deal? So that goes to show that I think they had a weak case on all of them, I think, honestly.
Yeah, man. I know Thug got a victory yesterday in court talking about that cell phone evidence that they found can be used against him. So that's a win for Thug, but
that's a huge win, because that cell phone evidence kind of puts him I don't want to say at the place, but puts him in the middle of that murder that they're trying to get him for of Nut. So I'm not sure if he had anything to do with that. Like we said, anybody that had anything to do with any kind of crimes, hey, if they had anything with crime, that they should have to do their time for those crimes they did. But if he's innocent, that's a huge win for his defense.
But how you think? I mean, obviously the video's out there now, everybody's seen it. But how you think this is going to affect Gunna moving forward musically, professionally?
You got rappers already out there talking. Like Boosie came out. His first one I saw came out and said he's a rat. And I don't know, man. Like I'm hearing mixed things about it. I think it really turns out to how Thug is going to take this. If Thug looks at this like, yo, nah, he didn't do me wrong. Like, nah, we knew what was going on. I'm not even sure if I know right now that they can't communicate. They couldn't communicate this whole time. They weren't supposed to be able. I'm not sure if they were communicating or not, but they were supposed to be able to communicate this whole time, and probably even still now. And I would probably say even through that rest of that 4 or 5 year span, they probably can't communicate. For every kind of scissors they get, he probably can't communicate with Young Thug. So, but I guess Young Thug come out and say like, yo, this was nothing wrong he did. I think some people are gonna look at him like kind of sideways, bro.
Now, is he on type of house arrest, or can he move? Can he do shows? And if you know that,
I'm
what
not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what the conditions were because it was suspended. The like I said, the remaining 4 years were suspended under conditions. So I'm not sure what the conditions were. I know for a fact that he can't talk to Young Thug. Probably that's probably one
right?
of the main conditions. He probably said y'all can't be around each other at all. That's kind of what happened with Dirk and Vaughn before Vaughn unfortunately passed. They couldn't be around, couldn't communicate, couldn't be around each other at all. Because that whole little kiss they had. So probably gonna be something similar to that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what other. I'm sure it'll come out soon though. What the conditions were, but he probably can move around a little bit. Him just being out though is a huge stuff for him. He's going to be able to create income at least just by making albums and making music again, making newer music. I'm sure he has had tons of music in the cut, and he's on Metro's album. He's being featured on still on a lot of songs. They won't put a lot of stuff out when they were locked up because I'm sure they were being very picky with what they said. And Thug was on Metro album too, and Thug was saying some shit on those songs. I was like, bro, why they clear this shit? Some shit he was saying was like, bro, this is incriminating yourself on these records. It's crazy. But so I'm sure he's still going. I'm sure he's still already got a little push already going. I think he's nominated for a Grammy for Push and P. So I'm sure he's still going to be okay. What do you think?
Man, I mean, you pretty much summed it up. Like it's basically all of what Thug says when Thug gets out, or if he gets out, or when he finally speaks about or when all the shit is basically over. So, like I said, maybe right now, musically, he can take it. He can, like I say, just capitalize on what he's got going. Like I say, you got the Grammys. He was on Metro's album. So, but as far as you like putting new music out, it's slow for that. You can I would say maybe do like appearances somewhere, but but not doing no shows. Obviously, don't no podcast, no nothing. Like really, just stay low, man. Spend time with the family for real at this point.
Yeah, I would definitely stay low. Definitely stay low right now. Like even if you can move around a little bit, I wouldn't be doing no appearances right now because you don't know how people are looking at you right now. Like you don't know. And you don't put yourself in danger. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't care if I was seeing how people looking at me. You took the deal already, so you already thought about that. I would assume. So he probably don't take care of people thinking, but you don't put yourself out there yet before you know what you need to prepare for. You know what I'm saying?
And I was trying to find it because I mean, I said Gunna was not the only one who they released somebody else from YSL too. Yesterday. I was trying to find who it was.
For real?
Yeah, somebody else got released. I can't find who it is right now.
Depending on who that was. If it was that one guy, I don't know his legal name, but YSL Woody. If it was him, Gunna looking terrible right now because that boy was definitely in there telling. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm happy he's home. I hate to see a young black man,
any black man locked up behind bars.
Yeah, especially a young rich black man locked up like that. I saw he had a little shorty come pick him up from the jailhouse. So sure he got treated right. You know what I'm saying? her ass thigh ratio wasn't right though. I don't know who did her BBL, but her ass to thigh ratio was not right. She might want to get that proportionalized somehow. Nah, but shout out to Gunna, man. He out.
Yeah, he's out, man. Hopefully
we get more information, man. We don't want to.
Hopefully, Thug can get released next. I think he got denied bond again. I think they had like a bond hearing 2 days ago.
Yeah, I think it's the same day Gunna got out. He had a hearing as well. I don't think it went. Like I said, he had a W, but he didn't get the ultimate W, which was at least getting bond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would try to. If I was him, I'd be like on my lawyer, like, yo, let's try to get a plea like something like Gunna got. Let me get 2 years time served. Let me stay here for another year and get done time served, and let me get out. Let me take a plea deal and get a year plus what I did already and get out. Because I don't think they have any hardcore, especially if they threw out that phone evidence. That evidence was really kind of what the rental car evidence kind of got him to. Damn, I forgot about that. He did rent the car that they used to go kill the guy. So damn, he's kind of fucked, I think.
One E Lee.
Oh yeah.
Slime Light Shorty, aka One E Lee. Yeah,
Slime Light Shorty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He wasn't really even doing anything. He's not even signed to YSL. He was signed to Gucci.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, he's not even signed to YSL. Yeah, but he was affiliated for sure, wearing chains and shit. Yeah, he was down. He was down with got it and Key. That's how I know.
Oh, okay.
I know, bro. He's pretty hot too. He was getting momentum. When I first heard about it, he wasn't really that good a rapper, but he definitely got a lot better in the last few years. Like 2018, though, he wasn't really making that fire like that for real. But now he's making fire songs for real. Happy him.
All right, man. Once again, man, free gun. Well, welcome home, Gunna. Free Thug, man. Hopefully he can get out sometime soon and fight this case properly. We'll see what happens, man. But like I said, he got a big win yesterday with that cell phone evidence being thrown out. So
yeah, that's a big dub, man. As more information come out, man, I'm sure we'll learn more about everything that entails with Gunna getting out. But as far as we say right now, man, happy to see black man come home. You know,
facts. From one case to another. Like I said, Sports Spirits Friday. We're usually talking sports on this Friday. We're switching up a little bit today.
Man, this time we need a lawyer on the show, man.
Hey, facts.
I got to eat, man, so we ain't gonna get on too much, but that's what we're on here for sure.
Meg versus Tory. Man, oh man.
This has been a circus, bro.
This feels like it's been going on since COVID, bro. Like
this case
has, but I'm ready. Like if there's one case, I'm ready for all this shit to be over with.
I would have to agree, bro. This case has been going on since COVID. I think it really has. Kind of when it started when he was doing the quarantine radio shit, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been 2 years too long, honestly.
A little time. Yeah, I wouldn't say get the time because it's a long list, but just the recent activities of what's happened since they've been in court. Y'all know by now, Tory allegedly shot Meg in the foot. According to Meg.
Tory. I said Corey. According to Meg, Tory shot her in the foot. He said dance bitch dance and popped off at her. According to her. Previous, I'm not sure what she's saying now, but that was her story up until this week, and then went to court.
Case is underway. They're in court getting all this shit out. Yeah, man, and shit. It's not looking. Who would you right now? Who would you say is not looking good for? Basically, like who would you say is if you had to pick who's, I won't say winning, but yeah, winning their case right now. Right now, I would say Tory is in front.
Yeah, I would say Tory is looking like he is not going to be proven guilty, which I think would have been what Meg wanted and what Meg's fans wanted. Obviously, I think they're not happy right now. They're on Twitter in shambles right now. Everything going on in this case. I think Meg is looking not too good in this case. She's looking like a big fat liar in this case.
Yeah, and basically, this just all started with her lying to begin with, bro.
I agree, man. I'll have to agree.
Because I mean, and I'm not sure if we address it on the show or not, but I know I said this somewhere else, bro. But if somebody shot me in the foot, ain't no way I'm covering up for him.
Yeah,
I don't care what the situation is. Because at that point, if you tell the police he shot it, because she said she thought the police were going to be shoot first, ask questions later. Not if they got y'all fucking detained already.
Right, why would they turn to him? Oh, he shot you, and then just shoot him? That makes no sense at all, bro. That's what she's made it sound like when in an interview with Gayle King. I thought he was going to kill all of us. So you tell the police, the police come to you and ask you, how does this sound? Police come to you and ask you, hey, man, what happened? I see you're bleeding from the foot. What happened? He shot me. Oh, shit. Pow, pow, pow.
Right.
That's what she thought was going to happen? That makes no sense, bro. That makes no sense.
No common sense at all. I mean, we know police does some fucked up shit, but they not that stupid. Or not that wild. Like I said, it makes no sense. So that's how all this shit basically began, bro. Like,
especially your brother had the gun pointed at y'all. Like, why would you think they would just whip out a gun and just start popping off at him, or you or her, or the driver, or anybody in that case? Why would you think that's what? I mean, I see why you would be, as a black woman in America, I see why you would feel, a little bit weary of police. I am as well. But if somebody just shot at me, I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, I'm not gonna tell you what happened because I'm sure you're gonna shoot him. No, I'm like, yo, the nigga just shot me.
Yeah, fuck dude. He shot me.
He
Shit,
shot
fuck.
me. If you shoot him, go ahead and I don't care. At this point, he shot me. If I had a gun, I would shot him back. He shot me. Like, no, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I don't know, I stepped on some glass. No, that's not what I want to say, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what all this shit started, man. And then, like I said, it's just been a circus since then. He say, she say, all this bullshit.
Yeah, then even at that, even after she said he didn't initially, it took her too long to come out and say he did when she did.
Right.
So at that point, I already knew she was lying. I already, didn't really think she was very credible after the whole situation happened with her whole contract shit with the record label. Carl, whatever his name is, baseball player. After that whole shit, I kind of already was looking at her like, all right, you lie about anything these days. So I already kind of knew she was lying. But yeah.
Then she went online about him and her like having a relationship and all that shit. So like it's just all these little lies that's adding up. So now when you want people to believe you, it's like you lied in the past about this little shit. Now you want the boy who cried wolf or the girl who cried wolf, basically.
Yeah, basically, man. And like when it first came out, I'm still very sympathetic. She did. Apparently, the doctor said so. It's not apparent. She did get, and she does have bullet fragments in her foot, so she got technically shot in the foot.
And don't get it twisted. I'm all about protecting our black women for sure.
Yeah. And even when it first happened, it came out. I was like, man, it's Tory Lanez. Nah, bro, because he didn't come out and say, well, he could not initially, but he didn't come out and say I didn't do this. It was just like, yo, I'm sorry, what happened? I was like, yo, even if even she think you did it, yeah, it was some bullshit, bro. As more shit start coming out, I'm like, all right, I stopped fucking with the music and everything. Like both, I never really liked her music that much. I listened to it a little bit because she's not that bad a rapper. At least her first project was not bad, but recently she's not been as good as a rapper. But I just put everything on the back burner. Like, I ain't listening to neither one of their music. Both of them lying at this point. But as more and more shit start coming out, it's like, yo, she's trying to frame this nigga of shooting her. Like that's not. I don't care how you look at it, man. It's not good to blame anybody to say they shot you, bro. Like, I don't care, man, woman, black, white, anybody, especially black woman to blame a black man for shooting her or lying, saying he shot her. When I think all facts turn to he didn't do it.
Yeah. Like I said, and from Tory's side, basically he's saying that all this happened because he cheated on her basically with her best friend. So that's basically his point of his side of the story. I mean, like I say, I'm just ready for this shit to be over with. It's all circus. Like I said, he say, she say. I'm just ready. Let this shit play. It's playing out in court right now.
It's playing out big time. Her friends in court singing like a bird. But I think the story was, I think she set Tory up with her friend, and then end up sleeping with Tory behind her friend's back. And then they were at Kylie Jenner's house, and then he was flirting with Kylie, and she was getting jealous. Meg was getting jealous of that. I was like, "Now we gotta go." And then Tory blew up the spot when they got in the car. Like, all right, we can leave. Fuck it. They got in the car, Meg, Tory, and the friend. And Tory probably, all right, man, fuck this bitch. Yo, turn to the friend like, yo, she fucked me, right? After she hooked me up with you, she fucking me too. And then that's when the friend was like, oh, Meg, again, like you I fucking with the baby, you fucking with him. I was fucking with Ben Simmons, you fucking with him. And now Tory. And then apparently Meg and the friend started fighting, and then that's when shit went left.
What? Man,
yeah, apparently a witness said that he saw two men wrestling a chick over a gun. So eyewitness, it sounds like he was like she had the gun in her hand, they were trying to get it out of her hands. Maybe that's when it went off, or maybe she already shot and they were trying to get it out of her hands. Like, yo, what is you doing? I don't know. But if you just got words on the streets, and now it's also nail pieces and earrings on the ground over there. So they apparently fighting. And Meg beat her ass apparently. So if you got your ass beat, there's a gun around, emotional's driving. Apparently, this girls are crazy. Girls are emotional creatures. So she might, grab the gun and try to pop off at her. Who knows?
Yeah, man, that's and I'm not making on here and preach, but that just goes bigger story in America, bro. Like, bro, you get your ass beat. Oh shit! Now I gotta shoot you. I want to shoot you, bro. You get your ass beat, nigga. You better take your ass to the gym and learn how to fight, bro.
Yeah, if there's a gun around, just don't fight, because whoever loses is going to try to get the gun. So just don't fight.
Yeah.
There's a gun around, just be like, yo, let's just not even do this because whoever loses is gonna try to get that gun and it's gonna be some problems. So let's just
Go our
not
separate
do it.
ways. Yeah, and
Or
it's,
whoever side got the gun, if they person lose, they're gonna whip out. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. If it's a gun in sight, just don't even fight. It rhymed. But yeah, man.
it ain't even work because, like I said, now we in this damn near 2-year he say she say shit.
Yeah.
Don't like it's gonna be over anytime soon. So man, it's shit wild, boy. This shit
Crazy,
wild.
man. Crazy, man. Yeah, they both don't look good. If you asking me, like Tory's bringing his son to trial, like bro, he never even seen. I ain't never even had a son. Now he's seeing you with a kid. You look like crazy. Man, looks like a terrible liar. So the friend looks crazy too. The friend like she covering up for Tory if Tory did it or she did it and she don't want to admit she did it.
And now I feel like
That's
Meg is trying to play the sympathy card because now she's talking about like she don't want to be like she would have rather died or something. Like she don't want to be here if she known like all this shit happened. Like, but basically,
if you were known the world found out you were a liar.
yeah, but like you said, Meg, you started all this. If you'd came forward at the beginning, all this shit probably would have been over.
Yeah, been over. Even if that was lies you're gonna take, if you're gonna eventually say he shot you, if that was a lie or if it's the truth, you should have came out and just said it straight up, like, "Yo, he shot me" when the police came.
Yeah.
Then everybody would have believed you straight up from the get go. You would have had a very, straight story. Right now, your stories everywhere. Make stories everywhere.
Yep.
Stories everywhere. So yeah, if you ask me, I don't think Tory did it. If you ask me, I think the friend either had the gun in her hand and they tried to get out of her hand, and the gun went off, or their friend got the gun and started popping. Either maybe try to scare her, man, try to shoot towards her, or try to shoot her. Who knows? And they try to get the gun out of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happened. If you ask me.
All right, man. Like I said, this shit is still unraveling. Last thing, what do you think about her friend getting granted immunity before finally speaking? Like she was pleading the fifth, hella, and then she wouldn't talk basically until she got granted immunity.
I think that goes to show that she probably did it. That's what I think. That goes to show she probably did it. But Tory came out and said it too on some Instagram comment. Somebody said she did it, and he said that's not what happened. Like, she didn't do it. So I don't know what the fuck happened, man. Maybe she was about to do it, and they fought over the gun, and the gun was going off. Apparently it was live. It was like more than just one shot. It was several shots. So I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened. Like you said, I'm ready for this shit to be over.
Yeah, bro. And Tory, bro, like, why did you even say anything, dude? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just ready for this shit to be over with. Like I said, I'm not really even following it that deep. Like, I get the headlines and just read the headlines. What they say is like, okay, but I'm not on my edge of the seat. Like, okay, what's next? What's gonna happen next?
Yeah, I'm the same. Like if I see it, I see it, but I'm not seeking it out. Like I'm not, looking that shit up. But if I'm on Twitter and I scroll and I see a headline about it, I'm like, oh shit, I'm definitely gonna share that shit and probably comment like, oh shit, this happened, or oh shit, that motherfucker lying, or somebody did something. But yeah, I'm ready for shit to be over, man.
Yeah, man, it's holiday season, man. We supposed to be spending time with our families and loved ones.
Yeah,
y'all fucking going back and forth to court.
Wrong time to do this trial, man. Both of them are probably stressed as fuck right now. Tory probably ain't stressed. Well, I'm sure he probably still stressed. There's still a chance he might get found guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't think he will, but still a chance, and people still look at you like, sideways, because nobody came out and said that you didn't do it, but you, because the friend's saying she's not saying you didn't do it. She's not saying you did it. So still, it's like no one's clearing your name either. You just basically, it's probably gonna be like a no contest or however they hung jury probably was gonna be.
Yeah. Well, and if it's hung jury, I mean it works in the case for Tory.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, man, we'll see, man. Last small thing about that. What do you think of Party about all her past relationships? You care?
What happened? You think Party care? I think he definitely cares. I think he definitely cares. Because like we talked about it off air, he cared about The Rock. Talking about want to be her dog or some shit. So he that nigga probably hurt. Ben Simmons hit too. Oh fuck. He probably hurt right now, bro. I'm telling you.
No, yeah, emotionally, yeah.
Hurt, man. He about to write some crazy bars for Cardi B now, though. He about to be the craziest Cardi B songs coming out her album, y'all. Stay tuned.
Damn. Down to the wire, 513 Sports and Spirits Friday. Happy Friday, y'all, man. 1 week away, almost a little over a week away from Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. Now we can dive in a little bit to the sports side of this. Well, I mean, we're not really much going on. We just talk about a few headlines. Everybody in the media on ESPN, I would just say that they're labeling Brock Purdy the next Tom Brady. Basically because the similarities between them. You know, Tom was a third string quarterback, got drafted later in draft.
Late in draft.
And now it's coming in and balling.
He is, man.
I would say this is the perfect situation for Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah.
Because we said on the show, when it comes to football, there is one formula. No matter what era you're playing in, you will always have a good year, a high success rate of winning if you can do these two things: play good defense and run the ball.
Yep, I was going to say run the ball. That's number 2 for sure. Yep.
49ers.
Those 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
You good, man.
49ers, they acquired one of the best backs in football about over a month ago, Christian McCaffrey, and he found a new a resurgence, bro, because he is.
And that line is crazy too. They got a good line, so it's like when you can dominate both sides of the ball on the O line and D line, you got a good foundation for a pretty solid football team. Then you go out and get some of the best skill players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like what can you all you can do if you Brock Purdy is not fuck it up. Yeah. All you gotta do is just not mess it up, man.
I'm not jumping on that sword saying he's the next Tom Brady. No.
Oh no, I'm not saying that yet. I gotta see way more adversity for him before I say that in the league, not just in life or in the draft or whatever they're trying to stew up. I need to see it in game, in season, in playoffs, on some late game drives. You coming in, banged up team. I need to see some shit, man. I need to see a lot to say that.
Not only that, I mean, because basically they're comparing it because obviously when Brady first came in, that's what he had. He had a good defensive run. He was basically a game manager when he first came in.
Yeah, basically he had to do much.
Yeah. So like you said, until Brock Purdy, and that's the other thing 49ers wanted to answer. Like, Purdy is balling. Let's just say Purdy leads them to Super Bowl, and at worst they lose Super Bowl. But they get there. Trey Lance was the future starting.
What do you do? What do you do with him? Hey, that'd be crazy, man.
I mean, and then they just extend. They paid Garoppolo, right? He's under contract still.
I think just for this year, right?
I can't.
I think he signed for I think it was 10 or something. I think it was $10 million this year. So he's gonna be back up, and then boom, Trey Lance get hurt, of course.
Yeah, 1 year, $7 million. Okay, so
$7 million. Okay, so it wasn't even $10 million. So yeah, 1 year, $7 million deal. 7 years. I don't think it was gonna be a backup. So for backup, it's not bad. But then he got to be a starter pretty early in the season. But yeah, I think he's gone. He's gone for sure.
But yeah, next year who's your starter? Lance or Purdy? Depending on how Purdy finishes this year. So
Purdy gets you to the Super Bowl, even if they lose, he gets you there and looks good doing it.
Yeah,
gotta go with Purdy, bro, because Lance didn't show you much.
Right.
Not his fault because he got hurt. He only played 2 games, and one was in a fucking swamp in Chicago where he couldn't even do nothing.
And they didn't have McCaffrey by the time he got
hurt. And then in the second game, and he didn't do much either, but they didn't have much to work with. So it's like he couldn't really do too much. He couldn't really show you too much. He had too much opportunity.
I would say they're going to obviously they're both going to battle next year for the spot, but going into camp next year, if Purdy leads them at least a Super Bowl, Purdy is QB1 and Lance is 2. Lance is going to have to show me
they won't say that, but I think that'll be the reality. I don't think they'll admit that though. I think they'll say, "Oh, it's up in the air." But yeah, I think that'll be a
they have
reality.
to, because I mean, because well, at least during preseason they got to release a depth chart.
Especially if he looks the way, if he doesn't mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't even want to say that because, well, I don't want to really even use Carson Wentz. I don't say, what about Carson Wentz? The year he got hurt and they had Nick Foles, and they still let Nick Foles walk, basically. But I don't think Trey Lance even showed you even half of what Carson Wentz had shown you when he got hurt in Philly.
Like I said, it's only been a couple of games.
Yeah, he didn't show you not even a third of what Carson Wentz showed you at the time he got hurt. So I don't know what you do if you're in. That's a tough spot to be in because you don't really know what you have in your high picked quarterback. You got this guy you picked last in the draft,
right?
It's like if he plays good, it's like you don't want to stunt his growth or the team's growth by making him number 2 when you know he should be number 1. But at the same time, you don't want to do the same thing to Trey Lance when you know you gotta either pay him the next year. It's next year gonna be 3rd year, so you got to pay him after the next year. You got to pay him.
No, 4. They get 4.
You get 4. Okay,
yeah,
so
first round pick. Yeah, you got 4.
You still want. I think you're still going to see him to see if you can, if you want to pay him. So I don't know. It's gonna be a tough spot to be in, but not as tough spot, but also a good spot to be in because you're gonna have 2 good options, I guess.
Facts. So yeah, I mean, 49ers looked good last night. Geno struggled quite a bit. He struggled the past few weeks. Hasn't looked good over the past 2 weeks. Seahawks still have I bet say about a 50-50 chance of making the playoffs. It just depends on how well Geno plays. They got a tough schedule coming up. I know they got Kansas City here in a few weeks. So
yeah, Geno didn't play too good. I mean, too bad last night. I didn't watch too much of the game. I saw highlights, a little bit of the highlights. I didn't watch all the full highlights. I started to start Geno. I didn't start him. Hopefully, Deshaun Watson comes out and plays good for me this week. I'm starting him this week, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you ain't missed much of nothing. Like I said, it's just a game. It's just entertaining game last night. But 49ers definitely showed their dominance last night for sure. For sure. And you brought up fantasy. We said it on Wednesday, and make sure I get y'all lineups in by Saturday because it's 3 games on Saturday.
Yeah, don't fall asleep on that. I'm gonna be salty. It's playoff push time.
Facts. We're in our league. We're 1 week out from the playoffs. So
it's crunch time, man. You don't want to have an empty spot or a player that's out that you didn't peep that was out. So make sure you tap in that for sure.
All right, last thing we got for y'all on this Sports and Spirits Friday, man. I apologize to Coach Prime because I remember when we first talked about this, I didn't think he was going to go back and coach the Jackson State team in their Celebration Bowl, but he's going back. He's going back. He'll be on the sideline.
I didn't think so either. Happy to hear that, man.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously normally when a coach goes and accepts a job at new school, he's done with it.
They out of there. They're like, I want to give them a best chance to, I don't want to sting too much. I'm out.
But at the press conference today for the bowl game, Coach Prime, man, he addressed the elephant in the room that everybody was talking about him, man. We're gonna take it here. We're gonna listen to it in its entirety, and then we'll react to it after. So here's Coach Prime.
Let's get the cat out of the bag, man. Let's go ahead and talk about that. You're right on all accounts. I appreciate you. Never once did I say they're going to put a tombstone with my name on it at Jackson State, so I wasn't going to die here. Y'all know that. Everything I said I would do, I did. Everything I said I wanted to happen, I tried my darnest to make it happen. We've exceeded, I think, expectations in some realm. But when I don't fit into someone else's plan and purpose, now there's ridicule. But you forgot about my plan and God's purpose. That's where the dysfunction comes. I reached a point where I said to myself, we're going to go out there and recruit another great class. And we were, and TC will. And we're going to win again. So at what point do we keep dominating that you don't get mad at us for dominating? Because it's a level of dominance where you start to turn. And I felt that. We start to get tension from our own people because you're dominant and you start saying, well, that's Prime. He can recruit that. We ain't got that. We don't have this. We heard that last night. You're 4 and 5 stars. Yeah, because we recruit those and they sign. But it comes a time that's not what it's all about for me. I'm a winner. I've always won. I'm going to win. Y'all know that if you've done your homework. But it's bigger than that. It's about increasing enrollment. It's about the safety of students. It's about going to the next level, not just in football. I would love to go to another conference. Is the rest of the school ready? Is the baseball team ready? Is the basketball teams ready? Or just the football team? See, you make it just about football, and it's not just about football to me. It's about our trainers and kids that the fire alarms may go off and not being turned off at 3:15 in the morning. It's about people that may not have the proper safety on a campus that they should. I'm not just talking about Jackson State, I'm talking about everywhere. So the things that I want to accomplish, I can't do it by just being the darn football coach and winning games. I can't do it. And I reached a point where I had a real conversation with the Lord. Now, it's funny how you believe the Lord when he said to come here, but you don't believe me when I tell you the Lord may tell me to do otherwise. It's like my God is talking to you about me. I don't think he works like that. But it's so much more that I can't do because that's not my occupation. I'm a football coach and a darn good one. And name one thing in football that we haven't accomplished that I said we would. But it's bigger than that. And until we address these underlying issues that nobody wants to talk about, ain't nothing gonna change. Football, yes. But what else is gonna change? And I'm a change agent. That's what it's all about to me. Because I'm not just attached to the football players, the equipment persons, the trainers, the academic persons, everybody on campus. When we leave, you're gonna find out what all we did. Because they don't really talk about the positivity until we go. You'll find out what all we did for Jackson State and all we wanted to do for Jackson State. I just pray to God that in all that get some understanding on change and where change really starts. And it does not start in the football department.
Hey,
Preach.
basically, when I first heard Coach Prime, like you said, he has bigger aspirations. That's just not in football. I think he wants to obviously take it a step beyond football, not just be a top head coach at a top program. I think he has aspirations, maybe being an athletic director,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even if God willing, a owner of, like I said, of something. But like he has bigger aspirations being a football coach. I'm glad he said all those. I'm glad he said all those things. I'm glad he spoke up, man, because everybody was dragging him through the mud, like, oh, why you leave? Why you do this? Why you do that? And basically, and he's 1% right. Everything in football he accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
When we was talking about this a few weeks ago, I said when he was at Jackson State, it was just him. It was just Jackson State in the SWAC. Jackson State was dominating. Yes, he's bringing all the top recruits and make everyone wants to go to Jackson State. What about other HBCUs though? He can't control how they recruit. Yeah, if you recruit all top kids to Jackson State, then you just basically become Alabama in the SWAC. You're not helping the entire HBCU community. You're just helping Jackson State.
Jackson State, yeah.
So, and granted, I was one of those saying I didn't think he was going to leave. I didn't think he should have left this year. I thought he should at least one more year, and maybe when his son was eligible for the draft, okay, then I could move on. But like he said, he said he had a conversation with God. He felt like it was his time to leave. And I'm gonna support him wherever he goes. But just from that press conference today, I just feel like he has bigger aspirations. He doesn't want to be a football coach for the rest of his days down here on Earth. So I want to know what more he wants to do.
That's a good question. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. He definitely sounded like he wanted more, and that being just the head coach, he can only get so far. Even as a head coach at Colorado, he can only get so far. So he knows that's a statement to them too. Like, hey, I'm here for a good time and a long time. Here at this stop too. When bigger and better opportunities come along that I feel like is closer to my calling, whatever he feels like that is, whether it's a head coach as an NFL head coach, and then on to other things possibly. I don't know. Like he said, he can't do everything he wanted to do there because he is just a football coach. He is not the owner of the university or the director of the university or the what do they call them, the
athletic director.
Yeah, athletic directors are not the who owns, like, who's in charge of the whole universities.
Presidents.
The president or the counselor, however you call them, the motherfuckers. He's not that high standing person at the university who could make those shots, call those shots to get things that he wanted to get done there. I'm sure if he had more power, you would have saw Jackson State doing more things. And like he said, just because he's recruiting 4 and 5-star recruits and they're coming to my school don't mean that you can't go out there and do the same thing. I ain't trying to recruit these players. That's why they coming to y'all schools. I'm down here right now. I was down here for 2 years. That should have gave y'all another recruiting bug to put in these other players here. Look, he ain't coaching, he not recruiting y'all, but I'm recruiting y'all. So come to my school and we're gonna play them twice a year or once a year, how many times they play a year. And obviously the coaches out there wasn't doing it enough. I think that's why he said that. People getting, I think he alluded to that. People getting mad. He says our own people are getting mad at us for dominating. I think he was talking about coaches, other coaches in that division or in the SWAC. We saw the incident he had earlier this season where him and the coach got into it. Stuff like that. It's probably like, all right, you know what, y'all getting a little too y'all getting jealous of me down here doing my thing. So I'm gonna go elsewhere and try to do my thing. So I'm not mad at him for leaving. I would have tried to stay probably another year or two, but hey, time's right for you, brother. Time right for you.
Yeah, man, and I hate that. I mean, obviously, like I said, I was one of the ones that I didn't think he was going to leave, but he felt it was time to go. But I hate how, like I said, we put that stigma on him. And Doc was opposed, like I said, he could have been the change, but like we counter, it was just like, bro, it would have took like 20, 30 years or something. And even at that, I'm just the head football coach.
Yeah. And even at that, if I get more people, more ex-NFL players, it ain't too many ex-NFL players the level of Prime. Like, it's only him.
At all.
Like, I don't know who else you gonna get that's black that's gonna come down there and do that. There's none of them tired of him do that.
Like, Chad is equal to him, but Chad is one coach. Chad's not interested in
coaching. Other than that, though, you can't get nobody but nobody. Yeah, he's trying to play in the league right now. He was on he's trying to do William Max this week. He's trying to play in the league still, so he ain't trying to coach sometime soon. But these kids ain't looking up to nobody else but Lamar Jackson these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not looking up to no other NFL legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get Lawrence Taylor down there coaching. They're gonna be, I want to play for him. No, it won't be the same.
I'm saying, like I said, you got Eddie George over Tennessee State. Eddie George, Heisman Trophy winner, one of the all-time NFL great running backs. Like I said, they don't care.
They don't care. Hate to say that, but no disrespect to Eddie George. I love him. Ohio State great.
Tennessee Titan great. Yeah,
but no, they don't care.
So yeah, that's just my thing, man. I don't like how our community is trashing him, dogging him for leaving. I said he was a football coach, like you just said, Rand. You can only do so much. He's won. They went undefeated this year, Jackson State. About to play in Celebration Bowl. What more did you want him to do? He can't control what all the other HBCUs are doing.
Mm-hmm. And like he said, if they went to the Big 12 or something like that, it wasn't going to happen. But say they went to the Big 12, the basketball team would be getting their ass kicked. Both the girls and women's. I mean, men's and women's. Baseball would have been getting smacked. Like, come on. Like he said, maybe they was ready. They could have held their own, but all the sports would have been getting dominated. It would have been ugly. So yeah, I ain't mad at him for leaving, man. Do your thing, Prime. Wish you the best of luck.
But I do, like I said, I do applaud you, and I am glad that he is riding it out with this year's team.
Yeah.
He ain't Brian Kelly on. He ain't Luke Fickle. He ain't Luke Fickle on.
Yeah.
He's staying with the team. Like that. Yeah, I accepted the job, but I'm finishing this season out with my guys.
With my guys, man. With my guys. So happy. I did see the video too with a new coach TC got announced, to the team.
Which you prime, not in that video, but when he addressed the team, I think that's who he recommended be the next coach.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and I think Prime did reference him in that video too. He said TC gonna still recruit
Recruit.
dogs,
Yep.
still gonna recruit 4 or 5 stars. I don't care what y'all think. So, hey, hopefully Dion's level of stature stay. I ain't gonna stay there at that level, but hopefully they still can swing some 3, 4, 5-star recruits there.
And lastly, man, I don't know. Like I can't remember if we talked. Bro, we did the show for so long, so I can't remember. Like if we talked about it on the show. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the players wanting to embrace that challenge. Like I said, this is about going to HBCU schools. If y'all want to change, it's all about the players going to that. Yeah, because what's the kid? Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
number one cornerback. Yeah, he got recruited by Alabama, all the big name schools, but he chose to go to Jackson.
Make that change. Yeah.
The kid in hoop, I forget, one of the Maker brothers. I forget which one it was. When he decided to go to Howard.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, he got hurt, so we didn't hear much about him, about how he performed at Howard because he got hurt.
Still that choice.
Yeah. So you like I said, you can put in place all these coaches at HBCUs. These coaches can go out and recruit them, but it's all about the kid's choice at the end of the day.
That's true, man.
What they've been installed. So
that's true.
You can't put it all on head coach at the end of the day.
It's facts. It's facts.
Let's leave it at that.
You can put it on the coaches to recruit them, but other than that, hey.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, man. So we ain't gonna hold too much more of y'all time, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us. It's been a little bit longer episode of Sports and Spirits Friday, but good conversation on here. So
yes, sir, man. Go Lakers playing tonight, man. So it could just we need it.
I mean, I would do my. I mean, shout out D Wade, retired future Hall of Famer. Shout out D Wade.
For sure, definitely Hall of Famer, first ballot.
Yeah, man. Get well soon, Steph. He's gonna be out a few weeks with a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
Once again, welcome home, BG. She said she did get her full salary from WNBA this past season.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, she got paid from this past season, and
that's love, man. That's love. I love to hear. I ain't hear that. That's good.
She's a free agent entering this year. She says she plans to play this upcoming season. So
hope to see her back, man.
Yeah, everybody showing love and supporting BG. Hope y'all go out there and show love. Like I said, if she comes to a town near you, y'all go out and support her.
Buy a ticket. Go see her play.
Exactly. Go watch the whole league play, not just her. They can watch the whole.
If you near WNBA city, man, if you can see a game, tickets can't cost much. Go out there and watch them.
Yeah, we ain't saying that's a shot, but that's just reality.
Yeah, I'm just being real. Tickets ain't that much. Just go out there and support them.
Yeah, I bet. I know that's why you miss about being in Vegas, boy. Them Aces games.
Yeah, man. Gotta get out there. Gotta get back out there, man. For sure.
But appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. This has been Down to the Wire 513 Sports and Spirits Friday. Tap in with us on everything. Y'all see us scrolling at the bottom. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. My brother just put up another video this morning. Dope content, man. We bringing all the latest.
Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. You miss any of these lives. We do try to go live at least twice a week, man. So make sure y'all tap in with us, man, for sure.
For sure. So for the good brother Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, D. Taryn Bland, this has been Down to the Wire 513 Sports and Spirits. We'll catch y'all next week for episode 263. Until then, may y'all have a safe, blessed weekend. And if it's y'all last time tapping in with us until New Year, happy holidays to y'all, man.
Happy holidays, people. Be safe. Peace.